Time for another review of an Heir product. This time it is the Handpipe, and you could say I've been really excited to get my hands on it because my expectations are pretty high, and let's see where they met and didn't meet expectations this time around. Let's get into it. All right, before we get into the contents of the Handpipe unboxed, I want to remind you that I did have a lot to say about the Heir water pipe in a previous review, which you can check out. And yeah, so the expectations for this are pretty high, to be honest. So let's get into a little bit of that here. So the device itself, as mentioned with the water pipe, has a very solid weight. It feels great in the hands. It just changes things around a bit as far as how you want to hold it. I mean, you really do just want to hold it from the bowl when you're using it, which is fine. And when you pop this off here and reveal the filter, which we'll get into, just the build quality of these pieces is meeting and exceeding expectations that I had. It comes with a cover, which is really great for the bowl. So if you maybe can't quite finish up a bowl, you can put the cover on it and tuck it away, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. And then, as you can see, it also doubles as a magnetic standing device. Pretty cool. So it does come with some instructions, and this is pretty handy because it mentions a little bit about how to clean it, and not quite as obvious as the water pipe itself. Comes with what the contents all do, and also mentions a little bit about these filters, which we're going to get into next. So it comes with a set of filters off the bat. It recommends changing these every 5 bowls. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll follow that to a T, but it does mention how you can acquire more of these in the future. And I will say that as you do use this device, you'll notice that it doesn't really feel or taste like you're smoking out of a pipe, which is great. And if you have any other Heir products like the water pipe, you'll recognize this tool, MVP, for scooping out, your herb from a grinder or just cleaning out the bowl, cleaning out devices. This little thing is the jam. And it looks like some pipe cleaners, pun intended, I suppose. And this is just a nice high quality little addition for cleaning the device. And it also goes through that in the instruction manual here. So those are the contents. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of this device. As the price point is a little high, but I will say that expectations were high for the water pipe for me, and it definitely met and exceeded all of those. So with this, I was a little less reluctant to throw my money at Heir for this, and I think it's definitely paid off. But let's talk a little bit about, again, the pros and cons. And so, the weight can be seen as a pro and a con. I feel that, holding it at the bowl is going to be the way to use it. And it's kind of interesting. It's just, it kind of changes how you functionally use the device because of where you want to always be holding it. But it's great. I mean, I think that, the overall feel and comfort of it is a pro for sure. And the design is definitely a pro. And, kind of how everything in the box works together, using this as a cap, using it as a magnetic holder, that's great. Definitely one of the cons would be puffing from this device. I mean, it does mention that you can puff from it. I didn't go into this purchase expecting to puff from it, but due to the weight, it's not the most comfortable. That's fine. Taking regular hits is great. And yeah, so that's definitely something to mention. And I would say that having a consumable piece of it, which is the filters that are inside, can be seen as a con. I mean, you have to kind of upkeep for the optimal experience. You have to make sure that you have these on hand. Now, it does say that you need them replaced about every 5 bowls or so. We'll see how that holds up. I haven't, used it enough to, change this out just yet, but we'll see how that goes in the future. All right, well, that's my review for the Heir handpipe. Thanks for checking it out. Hope you enjoyed it. I think the final word is that I highly recommend it if it falls within your price point. So get out there and smoke some bowls.